guys, welcome to the session. In this session, we are going to discuss how we can integrate the recurring payment or the subscription payment with the website. So let's start our session. This is the agenda of the session: introduction to recurring payment, how to enable the recurring billing service in the CyberSource portal, how to integrate the recurring payment on the website using CyberSource recurring billing service. So let's start with first point. What is recurring billing? Recurring billing is a payment model where the customer authorizes the merchant to pull funds from their accounts automatically at a regular intervals for the goods or the services provided to them on an ongoing basis. This is also known as subscription payment, recurring payment, auto debit or automatic payments. In this payment model, customer don't need to remember to make payments manually because it is done automatically. So this is what the recurring payment or the subscription payment is. Here I have mentioned few examples where the recurring payments can be used. In the streaming services, we can use the recurring payment like Netflix, Amazon Prime, magazine subscriptions like India Today, New York Times, gym membership subscription, utility bills like electricity, gas, phone, sewer, water bills, subscription of education and e-learning platforms like Udemy, Shaw Academy, subscription of email newsletters. So these are the examples where the recurring payments can be used. This is very much important from the implementation point of view. CyberSource recurring billing consists of below three elements: token, plan, and the subscription. Token stores the card details, customer billing address, and shipping address. Plan stores the amount, currency, and the billing schedule. Subscription stores the start date of the payment, name of the subscription, and description of the subscription. Token and the plan mentioned above are associated with the subscription. So these are the three elements which are important to understand. In some time we will see the demo, so these three things will be more clear. Here I have mentioned the CyberSource documentation link, which will be helpful for the developer to integrate the recurring billing service with the website. I will post this link in the description of the video also. Now we will see how we can enable the recurring billing service in the CyberSource portal. This step is necessary to use the recurring billing service. So let's see how we can do that. Let's log in the CyberSource portal first. So I have logged in the CyberSource portal with my test account. Then you need to go to the support option, click on this, and here you will get an option of support center. So let's click on it. So this is the CyberSource support center. From here you need to create the case to enable the recurring billing service with your account. So you need to go to the support cases, click on it, and here you will get an option of general support request. You need to click on it. In the subject, you can mention this: enable recurring and installment payment processing in test environment for MID this. And here you need to give your MID. This is my MID. So you need to give your MID here. If you want to raise the request for the test environment, then you can mention here test environment. If you want to raise for the production, then you can mention the prod environment. So this is what you need to give in the subject. And in the description, you can mention this. Just update the MID and the environment. And if it is for prod, you can mention the prod environment. And here you need to give your MID. And then you need to click submit. So this is how you need to raise the request to enable the recurring billing service. Within 1 or 2 days, the recurring billing service will be enabled with your account. You will get an update on the email. So you can keep monitoring your email. Once the recurring billing service is enabled, you need to go to the CyberSource portal. You need to expand this. And here you need to check if recurring billing option is appearing or not. With my account, the recurring billing service already enabled. That's why you will see here recurring billing option. If you see this option with your account, means the recurring billing service enabled for you. So this is how you can create a case and you can check if the recurring billing service enabled or not with your account. In some time we will see the demo where I will explain how to use this option, recurring billing. So let's move further. Now let's see how to integrate the recurring billing on the website. So I have divided this portion in two parts, web demo and its related transaction and code walkthrough. So let's start with the web demo. This is my local application where I have integrated the recurring payment or the subscription payment. So let's proceed with the demo. Here you can see one link. So let's click on it. Now we are on the checkout page where we can enter the delivery address, billing address, card details. We can select the delivery mode. We can also enter the subscription detail. Delivery mode, delivery address, billing address, card details are already pre-populated just to save time. In the delivery mode, we can select the ground. This is the item detail, which is having the item name and the price. The item name is the India Today English magazine, and I want to subscribe this magazine on monthly basis for 12 months. So for the subscription, I need to enter the details here. Subscription type is monthly and subscription period is 12 months. So I have entered the subscription detail. There is a button to review the order, so let's click on it. So we are on the review order page. Here we can review the details we have entered on the checkout page. Delivery address, billing address, card detail. This is the item detail, delivery mode, and here is the subscription detail. Subscription type is monthly and subscription period is 12 months. So I am using this card number for the payment. When we click on this place order button, the subscription order is placed. Internally, the payment token is created against this card detail, and that payment token is used to create the subscription. So payment token and subscription are created at the CyberSource end, that we will see also. So let's click on the place order. So you can see subscription created successfully and order number also generated. Now we will see the transactions created at the CyberSource end against this subscription order. Before we visit the CyberSource portal, let me tell you one more thing. When we clicked on the place order button, there were 3 calls made to CyberSource from the application side. First one is related to the payment tokenization to create the payment token. Second call is to create the subscription plan. Third call, which is the final call, to create the subscription. So we are going to see the transactions created at the CyberSource end for each call. So first we are going to see the transaction for the payment tokenization call. So let's visit the CyberSource portal. So I have logged in the CyberSource portal successfully with my test account. You need to go to the transactions, and here you can select the last 1 hour transaction. You can see 2 transactions are present, and these are the transactions for our subscription order. First we are going to see the transaction for the payment tokenization call. So this is the transaction for the payment tokenization call. First the $0 authorization was done. It is in success. Then the payment token was created. If you want to get more details of the transaction, you can click on this request ID. And in the client app, you can see the secure acceptance SOP, because we used the checkout API integration method. And other details of the transaction you can also find. So this is about the payment tokenization transaction. I will come to this transaction later. Now let's see the transaction for the plan creation. From the left navigation, you need to go to the recurring billing option, and here you need to click on the manage plans. It will show all the plans present with your account. So the plan code 21 is the one which we created just now. So let's click on it. You can see the plan status active, and this is the plan detail. The billing amount $85, billing period monthly, and billing cycle 12. So this plan will be executed 12 times, once in a month. And here you can see the plan ID. So this is about the plan. Now let's see the transaction for the subscription creation call. You need to go to the manage subscriptions under recurring billing. It will list down all your subscription. Subscription code 15 is for the subscription we created just now. So you need to click on it. and it will show the subscription details. So here you can see subscription name, date and code. This is the name, start date 20th December, code 15, and this is the billing plan. Billing of 85 USD occurs once every month for 12 cycles. So this is as per the plan I already shown. And this is the payment details, the card details, and this is about the payment history. So you can see this has been scheduled for 20th December 2024. In previous slide, I mentioned about the element of the recurring billing. And there I mentioned the plan and the payment token are associated with the subscription. So this is about the payment token. This is about the plan we created. One more thing I want to highlight, whenever the subscription is created, CyberSource trigger the $0 authorization. So let me show you that as well. Go to transactions. You can select last 1 hour. And here I mentioned that there are 2 transactions present. This transaction automatically triggered by the CyberSource just to validate the card. If you see the transaction detail, you will notice client app is the recurring billing and client user is system means CyberSource triggered this transaction automatically. So this is about all the transaction against each call made from the application or website side. Now we are going to see the code details. We are going to see how we created this subscription, how we created the plan, how we created the payment token. So all these technical aspects of the integration we are going to see next. So let's open the code base. This is the project I have created. This is based on the Spring Boot. I have divided the integration, recurring billing integration in 3 parts. The payment token creation, plan creation and the subscription creation. For the payment token creation, I have used the Secure Acceptance Checkout API. For the plan creation, I have used the REST API, and for the subscription creation, I have used the REST API. First, let's see how I am creating the payment token using the Secure Acceptance Checkout API. To generate the payment token, I am using the CyberSource Secure Acceptance Checkout API integration method. So when we click on the place order button, this is the button. One HTML form is submitted to the CyberSource. So let me show you that HTML form. This is the form, payment form, and this form is submitted to this endpoint. This is the CyberSource endpoint, and this form having some data related to the billing address, card details, access key of the profile, profile ID, transaction ID, sign date, time, locally, and transaction type. Transaction type is important. So here it is create underscore payment underscore token, because we want to create the token, payment token. Reference number, this would be unique number. So I have given the card number here, amount, currency, payment method, card details, then the billing address and the signature. So all these details we are submitting to the CyberSource to create the payment token. CyberSource will process this request to create the payment token and will send the response back to our application. Let me show you from where this form is coming and how we are populating this form. So when we click on this review order button, the request comes here. You can see the request mapping. This is the checkout page controller. And here we are returning the review order as a view name. And this JSP, review order JSP, having this form. You can see this. And this form having all the necessary fields and all those fields value being set in this method only. Billing address, the amount, price, currency, access key, all necessary data, card details, Here we are generating the signature. So in this method, we are setting the data for the form. The secure acceptance checkout API integration method, I already explained in my previous videos thoroughly. That's why I'm not going line by line. You can visit those videos. These are the videos related to secure acceptance checkout API integration method. You can go through these videos to understand how exactly the secure acceptance checkout API works. And the cyber source will send the response on this endpoint, secure acceptance checkout API /response, because I have configured this endpoint in my secure acceptance profile. So once we receive the response from the cyber source, we check the status of the transaction. So here you can see the region code and the decision. We are checking if region code is 100 and the decision is accept, then only we are proceeding further. Else we will return the error here. And parameter map will have all the data sent by the cyber source. It will also have the payment token. If the transaction is successful, we will proceed further to create the plan and create the subscription. That I am going to explain next. So we have seen how we are creating the payment token using secure acceptance checkout API integration method. Now let's see how we are creating the plan. I'm using the REST API of CyberSource to create the subscription plan in the CyberSource. I would suggest to go through the videos which I uploaded related to REST API. These are the videos related to REST API to call the CyberSource using REST API, like the security certificate, REST client SDK. So please go through these videos. Once the payment token creation call is successful, we are proceeding further to create the plan in the CyberSource. So you can see at line number 141, there is a method create plan, which I have created to create the plan in the CyberSource. So in this method, I am making the call to CyberSource using REST API. So here I have first set the plan status active. As per your requirement, you can set other status as well. Other status like draft, cancelled. Here I am creating the plan request. Then I am creating the plan information object where I am setting the plan name and the plan description. You can update these values as per your requirement. Then you need to set the plan status in the plan information object. Then I am creating the plan information billing period object where I need to set the unit, billing period unit and the billing period length. So here you can see I have set the M for monthly, length is 1, means this plan will be executed once in a month. If I give here 2, what it means is this plan will be executed once in 2 months. If I give here 6, means this plan will be executed once in 6 months. So as per your requirement, you can set these values. Then I am setting plan information period. Here I have created the object to set the billing cycles. Here I am setting the total cycles. So this information I am getting from the argument of the method, which is 12, means this plan will be executed 12 times. So if I consider this information and this information, so what it means is this plan will be executed once in a month for 12 months. Here I am setting the billing cycle information in the plan information. So this is about the billing cycles. Here I have created the order information object. Here I am creating the order information for amount details. And in this order information, you need to set the currency, billing amount and the setup fee. Currency is USD. Billing amount is subscription price, which I am taking from the method argument. And the setup fee is 0. As per your requirement, you can update the setup fee. Then I am setting this amount details, the order information object. So this is about the subscription price. Here I am setting the plan information in the request object and the order information also in the request object. So these are the all details which request object holds. Here I am getting one property object which contains the secret key, the environment detail. I'm not going inside this method because it contains my security keys. In my previous videos on REST API, I explained which all details this method contains. So please visit my previous video on REST API. Here I am creating the API client object. Here we need to create the merchant config where we will pass the merchant properties which we have created above. This merchant config will be set in the API client. Then we will create the plans API object using this API client. Using this API instance, we will call the cyber source. So we will call the create plan method and we will pass the request object which we have created above. Create plan method will call the cyber source and will return the response. Here I am storing the response of the create plan call. Here I have got the response code and the response status. And here I have checked if the plan creation is successful or not. If status is created and the response code is 201, we consider that plan created successfully. Here I am returning the plan ID. If plan creation is not successful, I am returning the blank. So this method will return the plan ID if plan creation is successful, else it will return the blank. Here we will get the plan ID. So this is how we need to create the plan. So we have also completed this, how we need to create the plan. Now we are going to see how we need to create the subscription in the cyber source. So I am also using the REST API to create the subscription in the cyber source. Once the plan creation call is successful, we proceed further to create the subscription in the cyber source. So here I am checking if plan ID is not blank. Then I am calling this method create subscription. And in this method I am passing the payment token which we have got from the payment token creation call. And plan ID which we have got from the plan creation call. And here description of the subscription. So here I have mentioned 1 year subscription. As per your need, you can update this value. Let's see what is inside this create subscription. This is the create subscription method where we are calling the cyber source using the REST API to create the subscription. This is having 3 arguments: payment token, plan ID, and the subscription name. Here I have created the subscription request and we will populate this subscription request with the necessary details. Here I have created the client information object and I am setting the code. So this is to identify your application. Then you need to create this client reference information partner where you need to set the developer ID, solution ID. This partner information will be set in the client reference information. And this client reference information will also have the application name, application version. And then we need to set this client reference information in the request object. So these are the details related to client. Then you need to create the subscription processing information object. Here you need to set the commerce indicator as the recurring. Then you need to create these object. And here the type you need to set as merchant. And finally this processing information will be set in the request object. Then you need to create the subscription information object, this, and here you need to set the plan ID, name of the subscription, and start date of the subscription, since when you want to start the subscription. So on this date only the amount will be deducted from your account. So this is the important object. Here you need to set the plan ID, name of the subscription and start date. Then you need to set this subscription information object in the request object. Then we are creating the subscription payment information object. And here I am creating the subscription payment information customer object, which will have the payment token. And then this payment information customer object will be set in the payment information in this field customer. So these objects are also important because we are setting the payment token here. Then this payment information will be set in the request object. So we have populated our request object with all necessary details. And here I am calling this get merchant details to get the merchant related properties like security certificate and all. Then you need to create the API client, and this merchant config will be set in the API client. Then you need to create the subscription API object using the API client. Using this subscription API object, you need to call this method create subscription, where we will pass the request object, and in the create subscription the call to CyberSource will be made, and it will return the response of the CyberSource. Then we are checking the response code and the status. If status is created and response code is 201, we consider the subscription created successfully in the CyberSource and we return the true. If this condition is not fulfilled, we return the false. Based on the return value of this create subscription method, we decide whether we need to show the order confirmation page or we need to show the error to the customer. If subscription is created successfully, we create the order number and we redirect customer to the order confirmation page. This is how we need to create the subscription. So we have completed all these 3 points from the implementation point of view. If anything is not clear, you can comment on the video, I will reply. So this is about how we need to create the subscription in the CyberSource. If you have any kind of query or doubt, you can comment on the video. I will reply on that. That's all for this session. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.